Hello, IACL fans out there. Welcome back to another IACL video of mine. I'm Ace Trader Josh, and I'm bringing you my Week 4 match versus FlameDog3, otherwise known as the leader of the IACL. So, looking at his team, none of his Pokemon are above Baseball Hunter speed, like I figured his team would be. Looking at his team, he's probably Choice Scarf, Hydreigon, Eviolite, Golbat, either Stealth Rock Credilli or Stealth Rock Donphan, Mega Gardevoir, and yeah. I'm not sure which Pokemon's gonna have Stealth Rock or if they're both gonna be defensive. If like Credilli's gonna be specially defensive, Donphan physically defensive. But looking at his team, I felt like the Mega Beedrill would be the best lead because I can just protect. I can protect over anything, or I can just go straight for U-turn over a few of his Pokemon, such as probably Golbat if it's. But I wouldn't risk it anyways. I'd go for protect against a Golbat. You turn on the Credilli, you turn on the Donphan, and protect. So yeah, that's my plan for sure. So I'm gonna lead straight with my Beedrill, and let me put this on normal speed really quick. And okay, so he leads with his Donphan. So I figure it's just the standard Stealth Rock lead. So I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and I'm gonna click U-turn. So let me just resume really quick. I Mega Evolve and he outspeeds me and he clicks the Earthquake. And I have enough speed on this thing to outspeed a Jolly Max Speed Choice Scarf Donphan after Mega Evolution. I figured he wouldn't be Jolly Choice Scarf, and I figured he wouldn't lead off of it, but he predicted my lead really, really well, and he read me like a book. And according to the calc, he had a 62.5% chance of killing my Beedrill with the investment that I had, because I have a ton of HP investment on this thing. So he definitely got a little bit unlucky, as I'm able to live, and I'm going to be able to fire off a huge U-turn off, especially since he's not bulky. He's like fully offensive. As you'll see, it's a 2-hit KO on the U-turn. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to go into my one-hit wonder, and at this point, he doesn't really have a lot of switch-ins for double edge. If he goes, the worst case scenario is if he goes in the. Actually, wait, let me take that back. He didn't bring his Rotom Heat, so he doesn't have his flying resist. So that means he doesn't have a single flying resist on his team. So that means something will die to this Staraptor. So I'm just gonna resume, and he's gonna send out his giving Sloppiest to Golbat. It is 2-hit KO'd by Brave Bird, so no need to overpredict. I'm just gonna click Brave Bird again. And just like that, I get the first kill in 3 turns, all because I got that live on the Beedrill. But if my Beedrill would have died, that means I would have been able to get a free switch on a Staraptor anyways, and I'd pretty much get a kill anyways. The only difference is that I wouldn't have my Mega Beedrill, and since he doesn't have Stealth Rock up on the field, it makes it kind of huge for him, because now he has to try to prioritize Stealth Rock, and that's definitely kind of hard with my team. Since I have a Banded Raptor, a Mega Beedrill, and an Azumarill, which can potentially belly drum up on something, so he doesn't want to risk anything. So he's gonna go up to his Hydreigon, and at this point, I'm just gonna go into my. What do I go into here? I actually kind of forgot. This was a week ago. Yeah, I go to my Ron Jeremy because he can't really touch me with much of anything. He's gonna go for the hidden power, and I'm guessing it's Ice because I don't know what other hidden power he would run. Because I'm guessing he has Dark Pulse, a Dragon move, and Hidden Power. So I'm guessing that's Hidden Power Ice, which is kind of interesting because I think Dark Pulse pretty much does the same amount of damage. So, anyways, I go to my Ron Jeremy and I take 13% from the Hidden Power. So right now I'm just gonna go for the Wish because I know he can't really touch me with much of anything. Actually, no, I go for the Toxic. I go for Toxic right here as he goes into the Credilli. So the first thought that goes into my head is that he's going to go for the Stealth Rock because he wants my Mega Beedrill dead. So at this point, I'm going to hard switch to my Mega Beedrill so that I can force this thing to switch. So I can get a hit off. That's what I'm trying to say. So I go with my Mega Beedrill, and he does go for the Stealth Rock. He doesn't go for the Giga Drain or like a Rock move. So I'm able to get a free switch to my Mega Beedrill, so I'm able to force Havoc on him again. So I'm just going to go for the Protect, just in case he stays in on the U-turn, because he can live a U-turn from this range if he's defensive. And I didn't want to go for Poison Jab because it wouldn't kill. And I just want to get some poison damage off of him, so I'm going to go for a Protect here. Because it's already doing 12%, it'll do 16% next turn, but he's actually going to switch into his Donphan as I go for the Protect. But I do outspeed a Donphan at this point now that I'm Mega, so I go for the U-turn and I kill it. So that means my Mega Beedrill does die into re-entry, but that's completely okay because now I have a sack for his Hydreigon, so I can avoid damage on my Licky or my Bronzong. So, anyways, I go into my Raichu as he goes into the Scream. I can't really do too much to this thing because of its high special defense stat. So I'm just gonna go for a Volt Switch, and I'm gonna switch straight into my Bronzong, my dedicated switch into this thing. So I go for Volt Switch, and it's a 4 KO. So I'll take that. So I go into my Liberty as he is just gonna click the Hyper Voice, and it only does 25%, which is definitely a measly amount considering that's a Mega Gardevoir, and I learned that it was actually a modest nature after the match, which I really should have known, but I wasn't really calculating. I was just going with it. I was going with the flow at that point because I had a huge advantage. I was up 6-4, so I was just making the switches that I needed. But yeah, that's definitely a modest max special attack Hyper Voice, and it does 25%, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, I'm just going to click the Protect because I want to get my HP back so I can constantly switch in on his Gardevoir, but actually no. I clicked the Stealth Rock, predicting him to switch, not wanting to take a Gyro Ball. So yeah, I take that back. So I go for the Stealth Rock, and I'm gonna get my leftovers recovery back. And I'm pretty sure this thing is Twist Scarf, especially since he switched on my Licky. But then again, he might not have anything to touch me. So at this point, I'm just gonna click Protect, just in case he is Scarf. I can scout for what he's gonna go for. As I do click the Protect, and he is gonna go for the Hidden Power. So that means I can definitely stay in here. There's no reason for me to switch. So I'm just going to fire off a Gyro Ball as he switches into the False Prophet. And even though we're both really on speed investment, obviously, it does 27%, which with the toxic damage is okay, because it's doing around 30%. So he's going to go for the Recover as I just keep clicking Gyro Ball, because he obviously can't do too much to me. He can't toxic me, and he obviously doesn't have any moves to really touch me. So I'm just going to continually spam Gyro Ball as he now goes into his Hydreigon as I click Protect for no reason, because that was definitely a misplay on my part. I should have definitely just gone for the Gyro Ball, but I didn't think he would switch. I thought he would just sack his Credillia at that point. So yeah, that's definitely a big misplay on my part. So at this point, I'm just going to go for the Protect, see what he goes for, and he is just going to go for the Dark Pulse. So at this point, sacking my Mega Beedrill is definitely the best play because it dies into re-entry, and he doesn't have any hazard removal on his team, except for possibly a Sigilyph. But I didn't think he would want to remove hazards. So anyways, I'm going to go to my Young Bleezes, and at this point, I'm pretty sure he's locked into Dark Pulse. So I'm going to go for a Substitute, because if I can set up a sub on this thing, then that means I get a free Belly Drum off, and I'll be good to go. So he goes for Dark Pulse, and it does 22%, so that's a good amount of damage. So I'm going to go for the Belly Drum, and forget what I said. Man, this was a week ago. I don't remember this battle. But yeah, I figured going for the sub would be a bad idea because of how much HP I was at. So I just go for the Belly Drum, and now I'm plus 6, and at this point he's going to switch into the False Prophet as I click Aqua Jet. Yeah, I click Aqua Jet, but it doesn't really matter because I have enough speed to outspeed a Lomomola. This thing is super slow. So I am just going to click the Play Rough, and just like that, Azumarill gets its first kill of the match. So that's pretty cool. He's going to go into his Sigilyph, and I go for the Aqua Jet, and he's sashed. I figured he was sashed by the way he brought it in. But then again, if it wasn't sashed, this thing actually just cleaned up his team. So, excuse me. But yeah, I click the Aqua Jet, brings it down to its sash, and yeah, he clicks the Energy Ball, and I'm not Sap Sipper, sadly. That would have been pretty cool if I was. So yeah, now I'm just going to go into my Bronzong, and I'm going to click Gyro Ball, because he doesn't really have a switch in for this thing. And yep, my Bronzong is going to get the kill right there, as he lets his Sigilyph go down. And I'm not sure why he went for Ice Beam. I guess that was his best move to click. And he probably wanted to go for a Freeze, because if he froze his Bronzong, he was going to be in a good spot. So yeah, I don't blame him for trying. Anyways, he's going to send down his Bronzong. I click Protect, but at this point, he has really no reason not to click Dark Pulse. So, and I know I can live one Dark Pulse from this range, so I'm just going to stay in. Or do I switch? No, I switch. Yeah, I switch into my Ron Jeremy, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to take a Focus Blast. That's a bad idea. So I'm going to switch into my Bronzong again. And he's going to go for the Focus Blast, and that does 35%, and that's a lot of damage. Like, holy crap, man, that's crazy. Anyways, He's going to switch now as I go for the Gyro Ball. I have no reason to click Protect at this point, and it does a good amount of damage. That's 53%. And this is good because he can't switch because he will die to re-entry for Stealth Rock. So, as knowing that, I'm going to click Protect so I can get my HP back. I'll go up to 75% after this turn of leftovers. So, and from this range, I live 1 Dark Pulse, so as long as I don't get flinched, I'm going to kill this thing right now. So, I don't get flinched, and I live on 20%, so, yeah, that thing is gone. As now, his last Pokemon is Mega Gardevoir, and right now, I have 4 Pokemon on my team with Staraptor, and, like I said, after the match, I knew he was a modest nature, but during the match, I didn't know he was modest. I was still thinking he was timid max speed, so you'll see how that plays on during the match. So yeah, I'm gonna just sack my Liberty. He did what he needed to do. He pressured the Mega Gardevoir the entire game. He handled the Credilli, he handled the Sigilyph, and he handled the Hydreigon. So yeah, well done, my Bronzong. Best game so far this season. Anyways, I'm gonna go into my Staraptor, and I'm still thinking he's timid max speed. So I'm going to click Quick Attack, hoping that it kills. And since I'm not adamant, and I'm only Jolly, it's not going to kill. But he clicks the Shadow Sneak because he figured the game was already over at that point. So then he figured I was just going to click the Double Edge. So the only thing I would have done is make it a 2-0, and my Raichu would have gotten the kill. But yeah, that was the only thing that would have been different if he actually did click like Hyper Voice. But you know. It basically means my Staraptor gets the second kill of the match with Quick Attack, and just like that, Texas Turtwig are going to go over .500, and we win 3-0. I'm going to say this match was definitely in my favor. Was it in my favor? Yes, it definitely was. The fact that I got the live on my Beedrill was huge because I was still able to force offensive pressure with him. I was still able to force the offensive pressure with my Mega Beedrill, as well as the fact that I was able to force the Credilli to go for Stealth Rock, basically meaning that I was able to get a free switch into my Mega Beedrill, being able to get one more hit off, which would have been completely avoidable if you got the roll in his favor, which it sucks. Like a 62.5% chance is a good chance, but it's not the best chance either. Because it was a 37.5% chance in my favor as well, which is not bad. So, do I feel bad for him? Yes, because now he's 0-3 for the first three matches, and he's literally never done that in his career as a battler. So I definitely do feel bad. But if I have to name any MVPs so far for this game, it's definitely the Bronzong. It literally did exactly what I wanted it to do with the Protect and the Gyro Ball and the Stealth Rock, the Toxic. It literally did everything I wanted it to do and more. It literally did more than I thought it was gonna do. And Staraptor was actually the most underwhelming because I thought I was gonna get a kill every time it hit the field, which it kind of did, but. You know, I was expecting like 3 kills at the very least. It did get 2, which is okay. I'll take that. But you know, yeah, this was a good match. This was definitely the most successful match I've had in a long time, and it makes my record over Flame. I think I'm like 3-2 against FlameDog3 now. So yeah, that's definitely good. But yeah, GG to Flame. He did make some free agent transactions this week, so. I'm hoping he does come back. And by the way, we did make some transactions as well, so you'll be seeing a video on that rather soon, hopefully. As soon as they become confirmed, I'll make a video on that. So anyways, that's basically the battle for this week. And I don't have my iPod with me, so I actually can't. Well, I'll check what my opponent is next. Yeah, wait. Let me pause the video. I'll be right back. Anyways, I'm back, and for week 4, I'm going to go up against Frank and, what's his team name? Frank and the Toronto Maple Leafs, who definitely suffered a rough match by losing to a Dunsparce, but he's definitely a good opponent, and he's good for basically 1 and 1. Well, he's a threat for 1 and 1 reason only. That's because he has a Lander's Eye, and Lander's Eye is broken as hell. But I voted for it to stay in the league because I want to have fun, so. Anyways, his team goes as I quote: Mega Scizor, Amoonguss, Infernape, Diancie, Scolipede, Ditto, Gastrodon, Spiritomb, Latias, and Lander's Eye. So, yeah, definitely an interesting team. He actually made up he actually made some transactions by dropping Gardevoir and Luxray for Spiritomb and Dancy. So I get to face this new team now. So yeah, that's definitely kind of exciting. And anyways, that's basically the battle for the video for today. It's been about 15 minutes, so I figure I'll stop the video for right now. So au revoir, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.